Growing up on a rice farm gave me an advantage over other people. I learned how to cook rice properly and also all the ways that it can be served. So today I'm going to teach you how to cook the perfect rice. So shall you stay with me? We're going to have our water in this pot. See, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to boil some rice in here. Notice how much water I've got in here. Now, I'm not going to rinse my rice out, because actually you can if you want to. If it makes you feel better, that's fine. Mama always rinsed hers at least 3 times, but then you get a lot of the nutrients out of it, but that's okay. You know, Cajuns cook like they want to, and it all ends up, you know, the way it's supposed to anyway. I'm gonna add some rice to here, just a little bit of rice, because you don't want to have a lot. Well, I'm just cooking rice for 2 today. So this is how you see this. This is vinegar, and I'm going to add a dab of vinegar to this. Vinegar serves a 2-fold purpose. Of course, it whitens the rice, you know, but then it makes your kernel just tighten up, and they don't get mushy. It really helps. So that's a thing I learned. I guess my mama always used this, and I didn't know why. And then a friend of mine who's a chef says, "Do you know why your mama?" And I said, "No, she did it, and I'm doing it." So actually, her mama did it too, you know. So just one right after the other. And so he told me, he said, it's to tighten up the kernels in the rice. He said it serves 2 purposes. So we're going to let this boil, and when it gets to where the grains are fluffy, that's when I'm going to take it to the sink and I'm going to rinse it. So now, this is my next thing. Of course, you can't have rice without gravy. So the family favorite at my house is roast rice and gravy. So today, I'm going to show you how to cook the roast and make a wonderful Cajun gravy. Now, I've got a beautiful roast here, and it's boneless. Of course, you can get the chuck roast, and it's got bones and all. I prefer the roast with the bone, but now this one is just as pretty as you can get. So it's got, you know, just the right type of fat on it. Also, first what I'm going to do is I'm going to add I've got some garlic here. I'm going to add to this onion. Then a little onion tops in here. Chopped up onion top. Okay. Now to this, add, some salt and a little dab of pepper. Okay, mix all that up. And you notice how I do it with my fingers? Well, that's how Cajuns cook anyway. So, okay. Ooh, rice is already starting to boil. Okay, I'm gonna, of course I've tried anyway. Let me add some more to this, because I cut a pocket in here. And you see, it's a big old pocket, because you want to stuff this roast to make it taste real good. Now, I cook beef roast like this, but this is exactly how I cook pork roast. So it doesn't matter, whichever one you want to cook, it cooks the same way. And you stuff this real good. Boy, it smells good already without cooking it. Now, all right. How to secure this? Toothpicks. All right, standby, toothpicks. Mama used to sew this up. She'd take a needle, believe it or not, and sew up the pocket to where the ingredients from the inside, the stuffing, wouldn't come out. But I've learned to use toothpicks. Of course, you need the real big toothpicks, because the small ones will maybe break, okay? Then you salt and pepper your meat on one side. A little bit of Louisiana hot sauce. Man. Okay. This way, real good. You have to season it. You know, when you season meat, you have to remember that about a 1/4 inch of this meat, it will absorb the seasoning. So let me put a little bit of red hot, then I'll check my rice here, because it's beginning to boil. Okay. All right. You put it down, because actually this is the fat. I've added, hear that? I've added some oil, excuse me, some oil to my pot, just a dab of oil, and this will sear the meat. Okay. Now, rice is boiling. You want to stir it. You can even stir it. It doesn't matter. See, but it's not cooked yet. You have to be careful. Let these kernels get real fluffy. You sear the roast on both sides because you have to form some gratin in the bottom of that pot to where it'll really. All right, I'll turn that fire back on a little bit higher just to let it slow boil. You want to slow boil your rice. All right, now, you see this? It's already seared on one side. Look at this. You see how brown it is? Now that gratin is going to be forming in the bottom of this pot. That's what's going to make the most remarkable gravy. Now, okay, I'm going to let this cook all together. My rice is cooking good. Yeah, got a little ways to go. This takes maybe about 10 minutes, I guess. And I'm going to cook my roast here. Oh, my, that's browning real well.